Alright, you all, due to this build being so big, this video is going to cover book 1 of Minas Tirith. Okay, the first box came with two very large, intimidating books. Extra pieces in the bag, and in here too. And it looks like Shadowfax is in here as well. So let's get started. Oh my goodness, I am so excited. I absolutely love Lord of the Rings so very much, and there could be nothing better than to join that love with a Lego set. So this is just a really big moment for me. I am so excited, and I know you are too if you picked it up. So we are going to have some fun here, aren't we? Okay, looks like we're building the lower outer walls first, and I am already nervous. I'm going to move that around a little bit. I'm already nervous that I'm going to run out of space really fast on this table. I measured the table that I work on to see if it would be big enough, and technically it is, but I didn't take into account things such as the manual and anything else I might need on here. So I'm hoping I don't actually have to completely move my building setup. I think it goes there. Yeah, okay. So it's even with this. Oh my. Wait. I was just going to skip a whole step. Watch me do that. Okay, that goes there. This goes in here. I'm going to have to tell myself to move slow and make sure I get everything in. But I'm also a little terrified about how long this is going to take. I'm feeling I'm going to be building for hours. Well, that's not a bad thing, is it? Okay. It's going to get too big to hold here in a second. These across the top. Now I have to be completely honest, the last Lord of the Rings set that I built was, of course, well, it was Grand, but the last big one was the Shire Bag End. And I, of course, love it, but I was a little bit disappointed. I guess I wanted it to be as insanely epic as Rivendell and even Barad-dûr, were, and it wasn't. It was a little bit more, I don't know, simple. It was beautiful, and I love having it, but I have kind of high hopes for this one, so I hope I'm not setting the expectation too high. I'm gonna have to put this on the table now. Well, actually, I'll do this part first. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that it goes back into that just unbelievable design and scope as the first two large sets that they did. Here it is. It was hiding in there. Okay. Well, there you are. If I can find it. I'm going to be working with a lot of gray and white. I might throw some colorful pieces in there for us, maybe for the internal support. Let's see, this one goes, oops, I better put that in. Where are you? Here you are. That might help if that's in there first. So we can see exactly where that goes. I think I have all the pieces in there now, and then this is going to go, oh, okay. I just kind of made it even on both sides there. All right. Another one of these. This is going to be a big base plate, isn't it, that we're creating? Okay, flip it over. Now it does not go up against that sand color. It goes there because then we're going to put these little plates there. Oh, that one wasn't pushed down. These are loose right here, which kind of concern me, but I'm sure they're going to get attached somehow. I just feel them making feel kind of moving on me. Okay, flip it back over. Glad I didn't put it on the table, actually. Really got to make sure when you're doing this that all the pieces are smushed down good. There's that word my daughter hates me using with bricks. She's like, Mom, Lego bricks do not smush. I suppose they click. Those down. I wonder how much of it breaks apart so you can carry it. They've always done a really good job. I just had a moment of panic because I thought I did something wrong, but we're actually adding another layer here, and it confused me on the instructions because it almost looked like that I put these square pieces in wrong, and I didn't until I realized that we were building up almost like little stairs here. And I started to panic a little less. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I couldn't have made a mistake that fast, could I have? Yes, I could have, but I didn't. All right, now where does this go? This goes in front here. Might actually, I'm gonna put that there because I'm gonna need to click these in really well. There we go. This one goes here. All right. Nope. It's this piece. And where are you going? Okay, I think it's going here on each side, if I can find the other one. And then we're probably going to be creating, nope, I need white, a lot of base plate type structures, and then we're going to be building a lot of walls. All right, let's see. There's a lot of pieces going in here. I need this in. It looks to be the same on both sides, so I'm going to go ahead and do that just because I'm really trying to make sure I'm not forgetting something. That one goes in over there. Okay. Let's see here. More of these. This is an interesting piece going in with the balls on the end. So what are they going to use that for later on? All right, I think I've counted in there correctly. These are going to stack up on here. Oh my goodness. It's going to be amazing, isn't it? It's already looking amazing. All right, these line up with those white pieces we just put in. And then it's like this goes here. Keep that open. My goodness. You really do have to push down when you've got this many plates going in on top of each other. All right, did I get everything in there? Yes. Oh my. That is a fancy, okay, fancy floor. Now let's see here. Goes on top of that one. It doesn't go here. At first I was going to overlap it, but first of all, I don't think it could because of these studs. All right. This is a little tricky to know where everything's going, but I know that it touches here and here, so that's the only way that that's going to go. Uh-oh. Oh, look at what you did. I forgot this step. Hat piece back in step 21. Now it'll go in. And I looked so hard at that step to make sure I got everything, and look at that. Messed it up. Okay, these go in here. Now, I'm a little bit confused because I thought we were making the first layer, but this is a very fancy floor in it, so I'm not sure where this is in the fortress. Okay, it looks like it goes there because there's one stud up here that's, oh, those are gonna wobble. Great. So two of them go together. That guy goes in the middle. These two go down here, and there's one stud left. So I think I got that right. These little curved things can stress me out because it's hard figuring out how to turn them in a way to do. So the curve part goes towards the middle facing each other. Like that. There we go. Wasn't too bad. Now, did I get everything here? I thought I did on the other step. Okay, I think I did. So let's move to this step. Let's go on the outside. Now I want to peek ahead to try to figure out what in the world we're actually doing here. This is like, we're not doing the throne room, are we? Just gotta sit here confused. Oh. Okay, I have those and those. Did I get everything in? I think there's a lot of pieces going in per step here, so you really have to pay attention. I'm pretty sure I did peek. I'm pretty sure that we are just doing the bottom, starting the bottom wall of the castle. Okay, let's see here. Very fancy to be the bottom wall. That's exciting, isn't it? Okay, a lot of these. I have a feeling we're going to be doing a lot of detail work on these walls. Okay, that goes there, and then we have to build another one. If I can find all the pieces I need here. Okay, we'll put that there. Oh my, okay. I guess that just sits on top of that. It's kind of in a hole, which kind of concerns me, but they have the hole in their pictures too, so I'm assuming I've got that right. A little scary, isn't it? Okay, I think I have those on right. What's next? We need, oh, I love these brick looking pieces. It's a brick within a brick. In white, because you don't see those in white very often, so that's lovely. Okay. And they're doing the side with the horizontal and vertical lines, versus just the horizontal ones there. Okay. And this goes on top to kind of hold all that together. Here we go. Okay. Now, turn it around. Wow. It's looking fancy, isn't it? Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm trying to stay calm here. I am. Probably not doing a very good job of it, but okay. Oops, there's a little part of the mold there I want to hide. So, oh, that's cool. I like that black and white. I know, where are you going? Gotta get those straight. Sometimes if you put it down on the table and you kind of just push down on it, it'll kind of straighten it if it's a little wonky. Right, those are going in there to those little holes. Like that. Okay. Couple extra little pieces and we're on to bag 2. We got a lot more white pieces. All right, 2 of these. Now, if you've watched me before, you know that when there's a lot of the same color pieces, especially white, I take forever to find them, so this is going to be a challenging set for me. I'm going to move so much slower than I normally do. Those are really tight pieces. Tighter than they normally are. Okay, got those on, but I don't... Where are these going? Okay. They are going up here. Gotta get the right angle going on here. Then we need this one. Okay. And then 4 single plates here. Let's see, where are you? You're around. Oh. That is going to be my challenge to get, because all these little bitty pieces they add in, they just go slightly crooked, you know? That really bothers me. Look at what I did there. That went really crooked. Oh my goodness. And I can be a little bit neurotic about that. And I haven't figured out a perfect way to make sure everything's staying really straight. Oh boy. My book is already way too far over here. Oh my. Okay, it looks like we're just copying it on both sides. Let's see here. It's gonna get big in a hurry, isn't it? Okay. I think that's correct. Oh my. Okay, put these up. Oh wow. Got 4 of these going. Oh my goodness. That is quite the entrance. Okay. So that secures all those pieces together, which is nice because it was a little loose there. Now it's nice and tight. And I can find these next pieces. Which I can't. They have to be here somewhere. I found one of them. Oh, there they are. They were really hiding from me. Put those on either end there. Oh boy. Having to put things like this together. Get them on there straight. That's always fun. Right. One more time. We can do it. Okay. And then those go on there, and then we get these other plates on here. I think we're building the gate. My guess is the main gate here. Okay, these go there. And then one more 4-long plate to go there. Building up pretty quickly, aren't we? Getting taller. Let's see, how many go across here? 5, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 more singles here. Okay. Making sure I've got them all in. Oh my goodness. Whenever you have anything that they have built that's more like a miniature form, you always work with a lot of little pieces to create what would be a very large portion of Minas Tirith, but it's got to be to scale. So you start working with a lot of small pieces, and my fingers sometimes get all fumbled up. Now, I don't have healthy joints, so that makes it challenging for me. I'm hoping that it's much easier for you. I need more of those. Where are they? There's another one. I see one. But to make it look really gorgeous, you gotta get them just right on there straight, and that's the challenge. And I think they're lined up pretty well. Okay, 5 of those, 4 of those. I'm not happy with that, but they're not too bad. And new pieces are tight, so they're even harder to get perfectly on there. All right, where are you putting these? Oh, they're putting it. I'm going to spin it. They don't say to spin it, but they want it back here. A little bit easier to turn it around to do that. Okay. There we go. Wow. Love it. Okay. I'm gonna work up here for a second. Again. Looks like it'd be nice to put these in. It'll hold it steady before putting that other angled piece back there in. So, no. Yeah, this would go on this side. I picked up the wrong piece that I was looking for. Let's go ahead and put this in. Find another one. Okay, where are you? There you are, and one more of that. Really crooked back here. Oh my goodness. Okay. You know what is surprising me is this black and white combination that they're putting down here. And now I so want to go watch the movie to figure out if they were there, and I have missed it. I have to be honest with you, I'm a little bit more of, I favor Rohan. And so, of course, I want them to make the Golden Hall, but Minas Tirith wasn't always my favorite place in, Middle Earth. I should be ashamed of myself, I know, but so this is a good experience for me to build this. Explore a little bit through brick. Okay, let's see what we need. Found the black one, but I'd like to put the white one in first. Okay, where are you going? I'm gonna go down here. Interesting. Like that. So their angles are coming out this way. All right, we need 2 of these, and we're going to line them up with these long cheese wedges. And another one. Now, we angled them towards the outside here. We're going to do the opposite here. So now they're going to go angled in as far as the sloping side goes in. If I'm seeing this correctly, which it looks right because it does this funny little kind of pointy thing right here. That's really cool, actually. Okay, I'm going to need these again. First, we're going to start with this 3 long and then extend it. Okay, and at the end, we'll just have to put a single cheese slope. Uh-oh. Now, where are you going? Okay, it's going on the right side, and the angle, the slope is going out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. And we're just doing the opposite. I feel like I need a whole lot more cheese slopes, and I'm not seeing them here. So they're getting fewer here on the table. They must be here. They're just trying to hide from me. Here we go. One last single one, and then this will go over here and go towards the outside. That is looking really fabulous. Okay, 2 of these. So, my goodness. There's a lot going on in these. Nope. That first. And then they're putting 2 single ones in here just to make it miserable for us to line those up. But it looks cool. It does look cool. Interesting, they actually have you doing this and then putting this down and then going back and putting the other ones in. I'm not sure why. Maybe it helps keep them straight. Maybe. Okay. Now this goes underneath here. And then this goes there. I'm gonna have to do this all again in a minute. Pointy cheese slope. It goes there. Okay, so I'm not going to turn the page yet. We probably have more to do, but oops. Go ahead and start working on the second one. So it says to put that there, and that. And then that, and then go back. I'm not sure that it actually matters. It's not like it necessarily helps straighten those up in there, but do it that way anyways. We will obey the rules. I don't always. Sometimes I have a mind of my own when I'm building these. And sometimes that gets me into a lot of trouble because I'll do something wrong and then I have to go back and fix it. I'll be kicking myself later. Well, that second one went together fast, didn't it? Put that up there, and then we'll turn the page. Okay. I have a whole nother part to do, so let's see, gotta aim this correctly. Little gray flower. Interesting. That is because that is the wrong angle. It's got to be that angle. Flip it up. This is confusing. This little handle on here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Really pay attention to which way your corner piece is here. Now it's this one. And then they're going to go together. That's going to hold them together. Oh my goodness. I love that. All right. Put it up like this so the slope is here. And then it goes in that hole. If I can get it in there. It's a little hard to push in because it's... Wow. Ooh. Okay, turn it over. And then it's going to just be attaching into those studs in there, I guess. Well, that was impressive. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to go back to the beginning. Do this again. Wow. Okay. Then put it this way. I am so impressed with this. It's just really... Okay, yeah. It can move, so you kind of have to hold it a little steady while you're getting it in there. Okay. And we'll put you in there. Wow. That is amazing. Okay. We're not quite done yet. Let's see. I got one more little step to do here. Right, and then this goes here at an angle. Okay, so it looks like the little tooth or scale points down. So that one goes on this side, and then we'll do the opposite for the other side. Kind of the reverse of it. I did that wrong. The plate is supposed to be up here on the top. I was still distracted with that, how amazing that was. Okay. So it gave us quite a few extra pieces here. Hoping I didn't do something silly. All right, bag 3. The little bag inside bag 3 has a whole bunch of these little, I'm not even sure what they're called. They have the slope on one side. Getting ready to do something with that, aren't we? Okay, we're going to make 2 of these. I'm going to go ahead and repeat that real quick so that I can turn the page and not have to flip back. All right. They're supposed to be turned that way on when you flip it. We're probably going to be doing a lot of duplicates. When you make buildings, they have a tendency to be that way, I suppose. Okay. Actually up early, trying to get some filming done before my day starts. I've whole bunch to do today. This is interesting because we're kind of flipping, the way that these little studs on the outside are going on. Assuming we're going to attach a lot to the outside of it. Okay, I need one more of those. There we go. Okay. Let's make some paneling. I have so much to do today, and I'm not sure I'm looking forward to it. I have to trim my dogs. That is always a hassle. It takes like 4 hours to get through them all. But they'll look nice and stylish afterwards. Okay, well, this is where a whole bunch of these are coming into play. But I thought, you know what? I sure would like to do some building before I have to get started on that. Because this set has just been sitting here looking at me. I've been so busy, it's been hard to get to. I did the first 2 bags and then I had to pause for a day, and that's just discouraging. Okay, all the way down like that. And then it looks like I put in a little brown piece there. Now where do you go on this? All right, we have the light gray here, and it goes on this side. I think it goes like that. It looks about right. I need to do that one more time. Well, no, I did that right. I was going to say I put that piece in the wrong spot. I can't find the ones with the studs on top. So I'm going all backwards here. Where are you? Ah, there's one of them. There's the other one. Kind of sneaky, aren't they? I'm guessing we're doing some sort of... Might go up here. A little lookout. Might be easier to put them all on one side first and then go back and do the other side. Fingers might cooperate better that way instead of flipping back and forth. Okay, light gray side over here. Oh, forgot that piece. That's important. Oh yeah, look at that. I put that on wrong. It's supposed to go like that. I'm not sure how I messed that one up. Okay. Huh. All right, now it's right. Let's see here. Oh, we're gonna have to make 4 of these actually, because it says to make 2. So there's one of them. I'm just gonna go ahead and knock them all out here. This is the kind of stuff that can get very repetitive with these kind of sets. All these little outside detailing. I remember when I did the Disney Castle, the big one, it was like that. There was just a lot of these kind of add-ons or coverings to the castle. They end up taking quite a bit of time to do, but depending on how many you have of them, they can kind of get into a pretty nice groove. All right, now we'll just make 2 of these. This bag is going very fast though. The other bags seem to go a little slower. I think this one was a smidge smaller. Let's see. Oh, okay, we need more of these guys, and they go all the way down. It's going to take a hot minute to build this set, though. I counted 18 bags in the first box that you pull out. I'm going to go ahead and put this on. Let's see. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, we just made like a little turret almost looking thing. I can do that again now. I thought, oh my goodness. I mean, I could probably look in the book and figure it out. I'm like, if there's 18 bags in the first box, how many is there going to be overall? Could be a lot of bags. I need to try to figure out, I think this might be the largest Lego set I've ever had, but I need to confirm that somehow because I know the Disney Castle was pretty big. Okay, got those done. And I keep telling myself to go look and see what that piece count was, and I keep forgetting. Now, how are these going to go on? So this side that has the two centered studs is going to be facing, I think, what will be our entrance. What I'm trying to figure out is it attaching to those gray studs back there? Because that's not right, because it's supposed to be recessed in. But does it go back that far? Because there's only two positions it could be in. Overhangs just a little bit back here. I don't know if that's okay. I think that's right, though, because they wouldn't want it to be loose. I'm going to guess that that's correct, and they want that on there like that. All right, so now we're going to make two of these. I'm afraid it's recessed too much, but otherwise it wouldn't go in. It either has to be way forward or it has to be way back. So I'm going to take a risk here and put it in the back, or leaning more towards the back. Okay, let's see here. These go around. So it doesn't make sense for it to be just haphazardly sitting up on top there. Put this down here in the bottom and then flip it back over. Put this little guy in. And make two of those. That wasn't too hard. You think of the fact that this is built in miniature scale and it's this big. Impressive, isn't it? All right. Where do these go? Okay. They are just going to sit on top of there. Sorry, I did that one off screen. Just sits right on top of there. Like that. And then there's 4 of them, and it appears that they go on the sides. Holds it in. It doesn't make it where it doesn't lift off, but still can lift off, I should say, but it makes it a little snugger. That's beautiful, isn't it? Okay, bag 4. All right, we have to get into this bag because they're telling us to get out shadow facts, which is very exciting. Now, I'm not sure if he's just like every other white horse you can get, but I think he is fabulous. We also need this white rod and Gandalf's cape because it looks like we get to make Gandalf, which is very exciting. Guessing it's in here. Yes. Okay. I just need the white one. Everything else stay. Okay. What a cute little envelope that is. Now let's see here. Let's make a Gandalf. Okay, this is a fabulous print of his clothes. It's got all this kind of tan detailing to it. Wait, I need his beard though, and his cape. Okay, it looks like the cape goes down first, then the beard. Fabulous beard. Then his face. It's printed on one side. Oh, his cape got a little twisted there. Let's see, he needs his hair, his sword, and his staff. I would have loved to have seen a more custom staff made for him than just this standard piece. But that's okay. Okay, So obviously he can ride in him, which I might put him in him. For right now, he can ride. Oops. I'm getting his cape everywhere where it shouldn't be. Alright, he can ride Shadowfax at the moment, but we need to go ahead and make this part for when he's not riding him. Put his middle back in. Alright. Now, 6. Oh my goodness, here we go. Okay. So we're going to take this piece and this piece, and then put a single plate on either side of that and do that 6 times. Oh goodness, that does not want to go in. And make sure it's all straight. That'll be fun. It's not too bad though, actually. I don't know why those are so tight. Wow. No, not that piece. It's interesting that they're starting with the gate. Just get to build something epic right off. I am really having a hard time fitting these plates into here, which is kind of odd, but they are really tight. I don't know if it's just a skill issue or if they were made a little tighter. I'm not sure. They're fighting me a bit though. Be interesting to hear if you guys are having the same problem. Okay, that is 5. One more. Which is good because I'm running out of pieces. All right, there we go. Wait, here we go. Now, where did these go? Okay. Oh my goodness. I skipped a whole step on every single one of those. You guys are probably laughing at me. Look. You have to put those on too. It's okay. I caught it before I put them on. Yeah, I got there. I thought those looked kind of odd to put on it. Kind of an unfinished look. And now I know why. I haven't had my coffee yet, just so everybody knows. Oh. Okay, last one. Now that we have it on correctly, looking correctly, we're going to put one here. Now that's very cool. One here and here, and same on the other side. Wow. Isn't that amazing? That is, that one's just amazing me. I don't even have words. It's like putting that combination together. You never would have thought. And then you put it on and look what it does to it. That is so cool. Uh-oh. Just knocking Gandalf over. He's not going to be very happy with me. Okay. Now we got to work with something other than white, which is kind of exciting. Because I have to be honest with you, I actually can get an eye strain from working with just white for too long. In anything, like if I'm sewing or crocheting, or my eyes have a hard time with white, so this set is going to be challenging, so it's kind of nice to have a break here. Okay, that's a funny little thing we just made. We're going to put it here. We'll make another one for the other side. It doesn't say to build 2, so I am just doing one at the moment. Unless I missed it somehow. It goes in there. Okay. Which we might be making two, but they might have to do it where it's like, because this side's sticking out, so I have a feeling we might do it and then reverse it. This does seem like we have enough pieces to duplicate what they're doing. Okay, double stack those. And then it's looking fabulous, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Oh, some details on these toothed pieces right here. And that's pretty cool. All right. Now I have not seen this piece used for anything but a stand for the minifig, so that is cool. I need a little statue here. He's gonna go in there. Interesting. Oh, we're gonna push him through. So he's gonna come out on the other side. He's elevated a little bit. His head's kind of up in there. Oh my. All right, let's work with those toothed pieces. And it says it's representing the copper detailing on the main gate. So obviously the copper has, what is that called when copper does this? Like a patina look? I probably got that wrong. All right. We do that, and then these get put on. Oh my goodness. My fingers and my brain are not working together this morning. It's time for coffee. Okay, and then push them down. And then my book is like, it's real tight in the spine there, so it's hard to see. Oh, okay. I was looking for the wrong piece. We have to turn these upside down and then they'll go in. All right. And then this goes here. Wow. Look at the way they're using all those pieces to create this incredible detailing. All right, we're going to push this rod up through these, which this can be tight. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Yep, and we've made this side of the door. You need to flip it around. I was like, surely there's only one clasp right here, and I'm like, that's not going to be enough to hold a door. Got to rotate this. Okay, and then push it in there. So what I'm doing is I'm using this bottom part to be the lower attachment point, and I think that's correct. Yeah, because it shuts real nicely. Wow. Okay. Yep, we're gonna do it. Just gonna reverse it here. Just gonna make the other side. That is so cool. Very impressed with the gates. I love how they can use combination of pieces to create, you know, a miniature size of something, because you have to really look at pieces so differently, because you have to use just a small piece to create something that would be probably multiple pieces. So it's like using just these three little pieces here creates what would have been a very detailed and large part of it. But you can create the same look with just a few little pieces. And I love that. I am not skilled at trying to do that on my own. I would like to work on it. And I love building what the designers have created, because obviously they are extremely skilled at it. Okay. Page here. Oh yeah. Gonna make our little statue guy Love how they've put that in. Right, he goes in here. We have someone in the neighborhood that, I'm not a mechanic, but if I'm remembering anything correctly, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a muffler on. I think that's what can make the a very dynamic noise. And he just passed by, and it was quite the popping. Actually, I think he's probably done something to his car to make it extra dynamic when he drives. And during the day, it's fine, but sometimes the person will come home really late at night, and it will make all of us jump because it's all so quiet, you know, or you're sleeping and then all of a sudden it's really loud. Okay, flip that over to go there. And then push this in. Okay. And then it's going to go... They both popped at the same time. I thought I missed one of them. Shut it up. This is interesting, though. I have one that is lower than the other one. All right, now they're even. There we go. They're kind of, that's interesting. Having a hard time getting them even at the top. Okay, I think I have it now. Look at that. Oh my goodness. That is very impressive. Oh, what a fun way to start the day. All right, a little bit more. And we got to take this long thing and put, okay, stack 4 of these. This is going to be fun. Do that twice. And then put that on either end. Oh no, Wally has lost his toy. Okay, so we're going to utilize, there's black clasp down here and then white ones. And so we're going to snap it in, and it snaps in this little spot that was left when you push these in, because they don't go in all the way. So this spot and that little end is what's going to attach here. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm just kind of in awe at the moment. Put these down here. And interesting, I think they've given us some really nice extra pieces. But let me turn the page to make sure. Yep, okay. Put that in my extra bucket here and move on to bag 5. Incredible. Okay, if the little picture at the top of page 60 tells us anything, we are getting ready to start another wall or portion of the building here. Fortress, castle. That is a very good question. What would Minas Tirith be considered? Now, looking for these fun little pieces. We've got all kinds of angled pieces here. Here's the other one. Oh, we do need that piece I just picked up. Huh. Okay, but now we need the opposite of it. Guess it would be a town. It would also be a fortress. Very well protected, I believe. Oh, yeah, I'm throwing pieces. I wasn't expecting this much tile work, so that's cool. Okay, make sure I got everything in there. I have a feeling that this section is going to get big quickly. I always have to sit here and try to figure out which way the hinge is opening, and it always confuses me. But it's opening and closing like that, from what I can tell. Let's see here. And that goes here. We have some color and some brighter color, I should say. Not sure. Not sure what we're building. I guess the base of the wall. Okay. I'm gonna have to think about this one for a second. Everything seems to point to it lining up like this, but what's confusing me is that this piece looks closer to this red on the picture. And so I'm a little bit concerned that I have something off, but I don't see where I would have it off. So I think that's it. And I am really hoping I'm not wrong about this. Okay, I'm going to move on. And I'm going to hope for the best. Because sometimes the picture can look just slightly off. Because it's very hard to, I'm sure, get an angle that makes sense every single time. This is going to go all the way up flat with that. And then, nope. Nope. Yes. Get the right angle there. Okay. We're going to flip it. So our dark tan is up here, and put another one on here. I'm going to put the logo the same way just because that bothers me. That's silly. All right, now we need this piece again. We're going to flip this again, and let's see if this will fit in now. Okay, the red is still showing right there. So I think that's correct. All right, do that again. Oh my goodness. I'm going to run out of room on this table so fast. And I don't know where I'm going to move my filming area to, because it could be challenging unless I just take over the dining room table. All for the cause. All right, flip this over. Put this on. Now, what's really going to annoy me is my logo on this one versus the other one is backwards. Oh my goodness. That's going to annoy me, and I'm going to ignore it because I'm not going to go back and fix it just so the logos are facing the right way. I should, but all right. It appears to look like the picture. Okay. And make some room. Actually, I bet I can do this holding it, and then I'm going to make some room. So that's going in and securing it. Their work with angles amazes me. Absolutely amazing. All right. We've got it down here on the table now, and we're going to try to figure out the next step. I think this goes here. Is this one of those boxes that say adults welcome and 18 plus? Because this is challenging. Do I have this correct? Okay, this piece right here. Do I have the right angle? Yes. It looks like that goes in there. And then the little quarter circle. Where's that heart? This is really interesting. The heart is going to go in there. Okay, has anybody ever built anything like this? This is crazy. All right. But that was unique. If these pieces are in the right spot, you are not going to be able to put the next one down. It is coming down to an engineering science here. This is crazy. Okay, I think this is going to fit right in there. It did. Wow. Just what's blowing my mind at the moment is the way that they are doing so much with curves and angles, and yet the pieces are fitting in perfectly. And I know that they make their bricks to be able to do this, but it still is so impressive. All right. We have this heart going on here. And then this piece going on back here. All right. We need two, and they need to be the opposites of each other. Yes. But this way. Okay, this one goes here. This one goes here. Unbelievable. Okay. I think honestly, I am a little bit intimidated. I am really concerned I'm going to mess something up. What have I done here? I'm trying to figure out, because the way it looks, they have this piece going in right here. But then, are these pieces elevated? I guess they have a gap underneath of them, which surprises me that they would put a gap underneath of them. But I guess they're in there secure enough. Okay. I don't feel that they are as supported as they should be, these two side pieces, but I mean, they're not popping off very easy, so I guess they are. Because it's like got a gap underneath there. Very interesting. I don't even know how to deal with this. It's so crazy. Okay. Let's see, we need that there. Oh my goodness. Okay, from my understanding, the outside is the more miniature scale, and the inside is minifig scale. So this is going to be really impressive to see how they do that, I think. Nope, it needs to go there. And then there's a lot going on here. Can you tell? I'm flabbergasted. Can you just tell that I'm just flabbergasted with this? I don't even know how to respond to it. There's so much going on with these steps. Did I get everything in there? I think so. Okay. Now, let's see, we're going to get a couple of these pieces and go up here. I'm going to have to pull myself together. Stumbling all over my words. This really is incredible. Okay, this goes in here. All right, and then, we're going to continue to build onto it. I'm such a kid when it comes to Legos. It's like going into a candy store for the first time you've ever been in one. Every time for me, I get so excited. Got all those pieces in. And then, no, I think we need the shorter one over here. I think that goes there. It's kind of interesting. We've got some overhang happening under here. If we turn it over, you can see there's like different layers happening. To be careful where you're pushing down. All right, let's see which. We need this side. Then this goes here. Okay, that's where we're going to use that overhang. Getting ready to put a whole bunch of pieces in here. I want to make sure that I know where I'm putting what. Oops, come back here. there. And then we need the larger quarter circles here. These are very cool. Okay. I think I've got all that done, and now we're going to go to this other side. And it's going to open this way. And then this is going to go up under it. This is very unique, how this is being built. All right, let's see. We're going to turn the page. Looked at the back of the second book this morning, and they're not just 2 books. It says at the back of the second book to move on to book 3, and I'm like, oh boy. So I don't know how many books we're going to need to finish this, but I do know there's for sure 3. Just crazy, isn't it? All right, do I have everything? Take this long piece here. Let's see what we're going to do with it. Oh my, I did something wrong. This was supposed to go down here. I knew that looked wrong as soon as I put it down. So, okay, it lines up here, so it overhangs one there. Let's see here. What piece am I looking for? I think I'm looking for that one and this one. There we go. Oh my. These lined up right because they are going to go. Oh, that's incredible. Do you guys want to know something silly? Sometimes when I'm building a set that's like this, that is just constantly just blowing my mind with how they are engineering this or how they did engineer this, I literally sometimes have to just walk away for a little bit because it's almost just too much to deal with how incredible it is. I was going to do that wrong. They're going in, so they touch up like that. It actually becomes overwhelming to my brain. Okay, it is 3. It just looks like 2 in the picture. And then we need this guy up here. Wow. So I'm guessing that the pins that we're putting in, because we put some in the gate, the front gate too, they are actually going to connect the portions together, is my guess. Let's see. I think that's right. And then there's a lot going on this step. See, this one goes here. We're kind of covering the holes we made when we created the angled base plates together there. Just want to make sure I got everything in. I didn't. I was going to forget this guy. Now I think I have everything in. Okay. Now what in the world are we going to build here? It's like a little cart of some sort. Oh, that's a change. I actually have to wonder who designs these and then who designs, I guess, the more simple sets. There's more the standard building practice. Do they have these incredible special designers to do Okay, what did I do? Oh. Don't put that on yet. I was supposed to put this on first. And this goes up here. Or is it just all the same designers and they just are so incredible at building it? All kinds of different levels of, I guess, I don't even know how you would say that. My brain is just leaving me. Levels of difficulty, that would be the correct word there. I'm guessing that their designers are just that talented that they can say, okay, this set's going to be a little bit easier with more standard building practice, and nope, this set's going to be more stunning in that regard. Okay, these are fun. Okay, it goes there. I want to put 2 of them on. Look at this little cart. You'll have to forgive me if I lose my words. Part of the hazard of the health challenges I have. Sometimes your brain just doesn't work as well as it should with these conditions. Sometimes I get muddled and I'm just like, well, thoughts are out the door. So forgive me if I sound confused. Sometimes I am. All right, let's see. This goes. No. Well, I put that on wrong. I'll just slip it. That was fun. And what we've done on this bag has really just amazed me. Okay. Oh. It's pulling hay. All right. I just want to make sure. Were we supposed to put... Yeah, we were. Okay. There was supposed to be this one here too. That makes more sense to finish that off. Didn't see the 2. All right. Where are you going? On this side. And it looks like it just gets attached to this one. Like that. I think that's the correct positioning for it. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, bag 5 was unbelievable. But we're moving on to bag 6. This is cute, guys. We've got some random vegetables in this bag. Okay. I'm going to start building up a wall, it looks like. Bag 5 about just took all the words that I had and jumbled them all up. That was some incredible engineering. Now where, let's see, I'm going to actually go backwards. I've made this little piece, but I'm not sure exactly where it lines up here because of this cart, but I do know this one goes here. And it won't go down. That's because that piece is a little crooked. There we go. The little tile was a little crooked and preventing it. All right, we need, I think, a 4 long. Then the 6. And then this. That's where it lines up. Let's see. Yeah, it lines up all the way at the end. I just didn't know for sure with the cart being there what it was going to do. That cart being there is kind of in the way. Interesting that they would have put it in. Okay. I literally paused and took a moment to just stare at this base that we created. Really was impressed with it. Okay, now this is going to go in right here. I think there's some chinks in the wall from what I could tell when I was looking at the box. It's almost like it's gotten a little damaged. Let's see, another 4. Okay. Okay. This is interesting. We need this piece right here. And it's going to go there because we did create that cheese slope there. We created that little chink, so kind of cover it up. And then let's see, put a 6, a 3, and another 6. No, a 4. Excuse me. I have a feeling we're going to be building a lot of wall. Okay, now it gets slightly more complicated. We need this little arched piece, and then we're going to double up. And they're saying we need to do that twice, so I'm going to go ahead and prepare. Those are not as straight on each other as I would like them to be. It drives me nuts when they do that. Okay, I'll set that to the side. Now, do 3, a brick. I have to move everything down. I messed up. Forgot a piece. Oops, I'll take the whole thing off. There is a standard 1 high brick right there that I tried to forget. And then another one down here. That's correct. Okay. Oh, we're going to put some barrels and... Okay, first we need to put these little guys in here. He goes there, and then this one appears to go in this corner, which is nice because it has that rounded part, so he'll fit in there very nicely. I love that color. Right. So 4 of these go across. This is fun. As we're not just doing architecture, we're obviously putting in little fun interactive elements. All right. Oh, fun. Okay. The last bag overwhelmed me, and this one's just getting me all excited. Oh, there's a chicken in here too. Okay, we're going to need to stack 3 of the cylinders up 2 times to create this. Okay, now this one goes in the center on top of the other cylinders, and then we're going to make 2 of these corner type looking pieces. Make 2 of those because they're going to go. Oh, okay. That's why we had those where we stacked up 2 plates, which I feel like my wall is really wonky. Whenever you put single, wide bricks in, they can tweak. And when you're building up a wall, you can start getting some interesting dynamics going on. Okay. Look at that. Wow. That is most impressive. All right, we're going to build another little chink in the wall. I can find the piece here. And the cheese slope goes this way on this one. And then we need, it's like a little money piece. It's a white bar. Goes there. I'm gonna go backwards here. That wall is very stable because of the way that they're overlapping the bricks. It's not going to go anywhere on us. Oh, how cool is that? That is so cool. Right, we're not done yet though because of that step, because we got to put, no? Ah. Look, how's that going to work? You have to put the little corner piece in first, or the arched piece, excuse me. I'm going to stack 6 cylinders, it looks like. It's a lot of cylinders. 5, 6, and then 2 plates on top of that. Oh, okay. Goes in that little hole right there. Let's see. Put one down. This one needs a little work done on it first. Looks like it overhangs there. Then we put this on it. Well, that's cool, isn't it? Looks like it's a little market down here that we're creating. And to come by their vegetables. All right, so we're going to put a cherry in this one. Oh, flip it the other way. Oh, my fingers don't want to work. It actually goes in that hole so it'll stay steady and won't fall out. So we have, let's see. You had to angle it to fit it in there, this part. So we have the cherry, or the cherry tomatoes in that one. And in this one we have, looks like some lettuce. And he'll go over here. It's kind of hard to get it in there. It's kind of funny, he's propped up there, isn't he? We need 2 carrots in this bucket. Looks like they put them in this way so that they'll line up instead of the fat ends together. They put one fat end and one skinny end together. Carrots in there and a fish in this bucket. Might need some ice in there too. All right, where does this chicken go? He goes down here, but he needs a little bit of feed, I guess. Now we're just playing. I think I've got all those fun little accessories in there. So cute. All right, we're going to turn this around now. Hide all of our fun stuff. For the moment, at least. Go ahead and build this up more. It's interesting how we're just doing one side. And we need that there. Really interesting to go back and forth between the architecture stuff, it feels like, and then that fun stuff. There is a lot going on in this build already, and we've just gotten started, haven't we? All right, let me see here. We need these little bar pieces to go here, and then we need these larger cheese slopes. Do they go in every other one? Or they have a gap, I guess. One stud's in between them, I think is. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So they've got a gray stud in between them. Oh, so we can do that fun thing. All right, we did this a bit ago when we made the gate. My guess is that this is going to be a feature we're going to be making a lot of. So it's probably a common design that ties the whole thing together. Let's see here. And then I forgot these last time. Okay. We need to make 4 of them this time. Oops. Got that part. Helps line up the plates here. Now these two bags that we've done, 5 and 6, they've taken a bit longer. There's a lot going on in them. And one more. And then we can put them on. I'm guessing they're going to be using those gray studs we left exposed. Yep, okay. So they're going to go in here. It's such a simple combination of pieces, but look at how impressive it looks. That is, oh, so cool. All right, now let's see. I'm going to work right here. Stack these up a bit. I think it goes back. Ah, those aren't lined up right. Okay, pretty sure I got that right. So that goes there. And then over here, I'm gonna just probably angle that arch just slightly different. So the same thing, just a little bit different in the placement of pieces. Yep. So when we do that, our arch meets up in the middle there. Okay. Nope, goes on the inside. And it goes like that. It'll be cool whenever we have to work with the angles to see what they do. All right, and this is going to attach the two walls together. Right there. Okay, bag 7. They flipped sides on us, so now we're going to start working on this other side. Okay, this is a fun piece to put in. Guessing we're going to attach another wall here. But that is not a piece I would be expecting to be used as an attachment piece for walls, so that's really cool. Let's see. I think I put all the pieces in correctly, just double checking that because I thought I missed a piece, but I don't think I did. This is a fun triangle. Well, not really a triangle, but close enough. Close enough. All right, let's see here. I'm looking for a sloped piece that is evading my eyes. Where are you? There you are. Goes back in here. Another 4. It's funny how we built the wall up on the back side over there and working on the front side here. Okay, this is going to be fun. This is a new little wall kind of. What do I call it? I called something on the other side. It's like a little damaged part of the wall. Let's see here with this here. Nope. This way. Yeah. Got the little opening up here on top. Oh no, Wally's lost his ball again. Now there's going to be ruckus. Okay, that goes on that side. Can't find any piece in this bag. Right. Brick piece. I think he waits to deliberately stuff his ball under a piece of furniture and cause a ruckus. He waits for me to be busy. Because before I came back in here to build, I had taken a break for lunch. He was fine. He was just laying there sleeping. And then as soon as I turn the camera on, he has to start something. I think he does it deliberately. This is very interesting. Let's see if I can find the piece I need. Here we go. This bag is, turn it the other way, being difficult. This is really interesting. I don't know if it's supposed to be where you can like pop these portions out of the wall or if it's just decorative. Either way, it's pretty cool what they're doing. Now I need a flame. That's really interesting. Oh, I'll bet this is water. Yeah. Look at this. First of all, that is really cool. If you flip it around, it's like a little water source. That's really cool. We're going to put this arch piece there. The walls actually get built up pretty quickly because they're using pretty standard bricks to build them up. Okay, so 6 of these again. Gonna make this little connection point. 2, 3. And 2 of the plates on top. If I can find them, there we go. All right, now we're just gonna put it in that hole there. Okay. Okay, now they do want us to flip it around. Now my book is going to be very much in the way. Oops, I knocked my cart off. This is where it's getting challenging. Okay. Now we're going to work down here, it looks like. I'm going to put a whole bunch of little pieces in. For something cool, I'm sure. Now, where do you go? All right, I think he goes. So these pieces have a row of studs and then a shorter row of studs, and I think it's right here at the very end of this row that one goes. It's a little bit confusing. I think that one goes there in the center and right there. That was a little tricky to figure out. At least it is for me, because sometimes it's like there's so many studs down there that it's just like, where am I going to? Okay, put these under here. I don't think I've ever built anything where it was to scale on. You know, the scales are different on both sides as far as the building goes. Okay, so we're going to use these rods and these clasp, and we're going to hook this little, appears to be a little table or a bench in. That's really cool. It's, it really is amazing to realize that you're working the much smaller scale as far as, you know, the appearance on the front, and then come back here and it's the minifig scale. It's just really cool. I'm sure there's a much more elaborate word that would be better for it, but I just really enjoying that difference in design. That is so cool to be able to kind of see and create. All right, so that one goes on this side with the little flame. Now we're going to build something else. Okay, we need this piece. And this goes up here on that. Interesting. Okay. Oops. I've got problems now. I built this wrong. It goes on the side. And then it goes here. I had built it just a little opposite than what it should have been. The leaf goes up there. I'm messing that up constantly here. Okay, everything I did was wrong. Tweak that. Oh, that's cool. It's really cool, isn't it? Once you get it right, that is. Okay, so this one looks familiar, doesn't it? Those two up there, and then this goes there. So it should come in right there, and then we'll put these up here. Okay. They're going to connect that wall the same way as we did the other side. And then, uh-oh. Oh, it's gray. I was looking for a tan piece, but it was actually gray. Not sure why I saw it as tan. It's because I've just been working with this. Make sure that's straight on there. Okay, what are they doing here? This is involved. Oh, I guess we're just building the topper, which means more of those pointy decorative features. It's funny, we're building it not on the wall, but here holding it in our hands is kind of different than how they're doing the same type of wall, but maybe they're keeping you you don't get bored this way. Although my wall is bowing in the middle. Okay, so we're going to make 4 of those. So at this point, we should have this down. We should count how many of these we make over the whole thing. I don't know if it's just on the first layer, level, or if it goes all the way up. You could probably look at the box and see. Here's one. Isn't it funny how the more you work with something repetitive, same thing repetitively, it becomes faster and faster. At least it feels faster. I think your brain and fingers kind of figure out how to work together. Oops, not there. These single plates they have a tight connection point, so sometimes it can be challenging getting them to snap in these little connection points. Wow, that one just doesn't want to go in at all. There we go. Oh my goodness. He had his ball. under one piece of furniture. He got that out, and then he moved it and stuffed it under another piece of furniture. And then started to make a ruckus. Okay, this goes up on top of here. After you get those in, and then put this right there. Oh, another one down here. Set 2. Oh, some potted plants. All right, let's see. It says, this is a fun plant. We're going to stack it up here. It's hard to see what I'm doing. I think it's got 2 of the small ones on top there. And then I'm going to put it in its pot and turn it over. Oh, that was fun. I think he goes right there. And then in this one, put this little orange flower up on it, and then he goes over here. Isn't that fun? Add a little flair to it. Add some plants in. Awesome. Well, that was an easy bag. Okay, bag 8. We get to build the first of the Gondor soldier. He has got very shiny clothing on. That's awesome. And he's got the tree. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, wait, we need his armor. Oh, that is a nice helmet. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay, I'm going to have to do some research because what I don't know, sorry, I had an interruption. What I don't know is if this is the first Gondor soldier that has been made. Let's see, he needs his helmet. All right. That is an amazing shield that he has, and then he's got a lance, it looks like. He's very shiny. That is awesome. Okay, so we have 2 minifigs now. I'll put him back there with Gandalf and get started. I'm having a heck of a time with this instruction book, actually, trying to fit it and the build here. You ever have that problem where it's just like everything becomes kind of awkward because the book is so big, you're not sure where to put it. Oops, I didn't push that down. And where to put the build itself. Because if you had a bigger table, you could just really spread out. But a lot of times I don't build on a big table. I'm in a tighter space. Either working on the couch or the little bar I have in the kitchen area. This is cool. Okay, we've got some dark gray pieces and a lot of white. But I seem to be missing the one dark gray piece I need. Wow, he was really varied. Okay, we got some windows in here. They really kind of sink in there, don't they? I might have to go to the digital format for the instructions to help with my space issue, but I don't particularly care for it as much because of the way it kind of like twists and jumps around. It kind of confuses me with the newer style they have. If you pull up an old set, then they still kind of look the same, I guess, as the book, but the new ones are more interactive, and I actually have a little bit of a struggle. These are kind of going in what I would consider to be backwards, where kind of the inside ledge is facing out. See there? And honestly, I'm just a little bit old school because I like paper. I still like to make lists on paper instead of doing it digital. Let's see, I'm looking for 2 more of those. And they're kind of buried in the midst of all these pieces. Now, these are going in with the flat edge facing out. at an angle. Like that. That's pretty cool. Need a couple more. As they go all the way around. Okay. Now, it says we need 2 of these. I'm trying to figure out exactly how this works too. There you are. Put that on the wrong hole. Okay. So, it's like making the roof. Are you guys having just as hard of a time finding the pieces? It's all this white, I'm telling you. Okay, and then that goes there. Well, this is interesting. We're going to put 6 of these on top here. Now this part looks like it's built to the smaller scale, like what would be on the outside, but it's on the inside. And that's me just being annoying, because most of it is showing on the outside, so I'm not critiquing that in any way, just kind of noting it. It definitely feels more like the smaller scale type of building. Okay, this is going to go up and then push down like that. Wow, that's cool. I keep knocking this card over. Oh, I put it in the wrong one too. Okay, stay, little card. Right, this is going to go in this center right here. And then we need 2 of these quarter circles. And let's see, how are they going to go? They're going to go like that. Okay. I am loving every minute of this build so far. I feel like I have to take so many breaks because the dogs need something or the family needs something, and I just like I'm quite happy when they're all busy and I can come in and film. Isn't that horrible? Okay. Kind of closing this up, it looks like. Now, I think this goes on this side of the hinge. And then we need, okay, the black little part we put in will hold that. And then this will go on this side of the hinge. All right, we're going to make 2 of these. So this is going to go on this side, 2 down, and then we need just a single one. 2 more repeated on this side, and a single one, and then 1 more, and it looks like it's going to cover that corner that we've made. So we're going to make another one of those. I have never had so many interruptions. Probably driving you all nuts with how much this video is resetting. If it's not the dog, it's a car. Okay. Flip it over. So I do apologize. Now, they have it. I'm going to turn this because I think it'll be easier actually. So it looks like the gray part is down and it's just going to fit into all of those studs there. Just push right in. Like that. Now there's still a gap. Kind of assuming they're going to close that up somehow. I bet you. Right now, let's see. Let's see what they're going to do. Oh, that's a lot of great flowers. I'm just gonna fill this whole guy up. It's quite impressive how big every single bag is. There's a lot of pieces in each bag. Or a lot of times, you know, they're mixed. You'll have a smaller bag and then a bigger bag within the set, but this one has been pretty hefty bags all the way around. Right, that goes there. That's really cool. And then what are we doing here? Okay. This is tricky because I think it's the 6 long, the shorter one. Because there's only 5 of these. So they want us to put 5 on. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't go all the way. I'm going to try to get him straight there. And, okay, so it overlaps there. That's why it does that. There we go. Put that down for a minute. They're using a lot of unique pieces that you don't see used as often, like these. Okay. Looks like these go on top of here. This goes down and then that. And put one more right there. Wow. I think you make sure it's centered. That is incredible. That is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Okay, so flip it around. We have one more part to do here. We need this and this. I'm very curious as to what they're going to do with this and how they're going to fit this in here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now it goes up here. Like that. You guys are going to be mind blown. So it's going to slide down in here. And there's this little round prong, kind of like a little rod sticking up, and this little gray piece that we put in there. You're going to slide it down. It's going to go into that hole. The little rod sticking up. It's kind of hard to see because it's down in there and buried, but you're just going to keep pushing until it settles in there. I love building with Lego bricks so much, and it amazes me what they can do. Okay, now this is going to go in that little hole that was still left there. And this is interesting. Just going to seal that up. Okay, I'm going to make a little... Well, what is this called? Oh, fire pit, but I'm sure there's a much more elaborate name for it than that. See, it's going to go there. And then we're going to get a lantern going on here. Okay, so we put that little black piece in here, that little prong looking piece. That's really cool. It really sticks out though. Okay, now what are we gonna do? They're going to amaze us again. little arch pieces up here. It doesn't say to make 2 of these. I always like to check when it looks like we're getting ready to make something that might possibly have a duplicate, to kind of take a peek and make sure that it doesn't say ×2 or 4 or 5. So it is easier to do them all at the same time as you go. I'm not the biggest fan of repetitive work. I made a crochet blanket and I messed it up so bad. I don't know what I did. I basically made a parallelogram instead of a rectangle. Don't ask, because I couldn't tell you. There it is. Okay. This is going to go here, like that. I was making it for somebody for their wedding, and I wasn't going to give that. I've never made something so interesting. We'll be nice and say interesting. Okay, that goes on that edge. I'll make another one for the other edge. That's very cool. So I have to make another blanket, obviously. And then, oh, okay. I was like, no, that's wrong. No, because it goes with the angle part going in towards the center. Confuse myself. Uh-oh, we're back to our favorite little thing. We are going to get so good at these. And I was like, I probably should try the pattern again to conquer it, you know? Like, absolutely not. I'm not going to try to make that pattern again. Maybe one day, because it's actually a gorgeous pattern and I really should. Nope. Here's one. So, I will probably come up with something new. Thinking about making my own pattern. Because I can't stand the thought of doing the same thing that I just did over again. Isn't that silly? Like I said, we're going to get really good at these. All right. Now this is going to go around the outside. And then, okay. We're going to put a little flame, just a little one, into, I put that on backwards. The flame goes on the inside of the bowl piece. And the little rod on the bottom is what snaps in there. Very cool, huh? Where do you go? Oh, okay, wait. We got to put little feet on him. Go. Then it's going to fit to that square down there. His little feet are going to fit in there. Wow. Most impressive. Okay. They are actually using this to bridge this gap. Probably because this angle isn't necessarily, well, it's wide. So putting a hinged piece there would have been a bit of a stretch for it. I've never seen that done before. At least not in a building. Like maybe like a mech or something. Okay. Let's see. Put this back here, and then this they're putting. Oh my gosh, it's lining up. Oh, wow. Okay. They are attaching. This is when we're going to start running out of room. This thing is getting huge. They are attaching. So we worked 2 ball joints over here, and we have the connection point, so that's how it's going to snap in. So we're going to push, snap. Oh, that is gorgeous. Okay, I think we'll be working on the next side now. This thing is getting massive. Spin it around. Oh my gosh. Oh, yep. I'm going to have to move to a bigger table, guys. This thing is phenomenal. It looks like we are going to start the second side of this entrance to Minas Tirith. And it looks very familiar to what we did on the first side, so I have a feeling we're just going to copy it. At least the base of it, which is going to be really awesome because we get to see the amazing way they put this together. This goes on this side. Maybe this time I'll be able to enjoy it a little bit more instead of being in just complete shock with their building technique. Alright, come on, go in there. Alright. I was talking to my daughter a little bit yesterday, and I did realize that if you don't build, like make your own creation, or mock building as they call it, then you might not be as enamored with the way that the pieces are put together. She was rolling her eyes at me. See, this goes on this side. I'm doing this all out of order because I can't find the one piece I need to finish this right here. Let's see, where is it? I am finding every other piece I need except for this one tile that's 3 long. Here it is. Oops. It's moving everything around. Back down and start this. So I started to understand a little bit of maybe why she was not as, well, while she was rolling her eyes at me. Because I have sat with my son for hours and hours and hours trying to figure out how to make something work. What combination of bricks you need to put together to make it work. And that's why some of these things that they do are just mind-blowing to me, because I'm like, how did they figure that out? Because it can be really challenging if you're trying to make something work, especially with angles. Okay, now how did we do this last time? Does it just go right into there? I think that's how we did it. This over. There are so many of these. I'm trying to find the right one. There we go. And that's not the right one. Here we go. So if I'm a little obsessive about the way they put pieces together, it's for that reason. Okay, this goes here. Make sure you leave that red part still showing. So I'm just so impressed with how they've designed it. Know what pieces to use. There's a lot of work that goes into that. Flip it. Wow, this is going together much faster. Okay, flip it around, and then it goes there, right? Yes. Okay. Got big fast, didn't it? Okay, let's see. And I had to put this down on the table. we're already at that point. I like working, holding it in my hands. I'm not sure why. I just have always enjoyed doing that. All right, let's see here. This part is a little tricky. Make sure we get everything on there right, because you don't want to put something in the wrong spot. That angle is important right there. And that goes in there. I have got to look up what causes a car to do that popping noise. I know it's something he wants his car to do, or she. Is that all the pieces that go there? Yes. I need to look it up exactly what's happening with the car. If you know, let me know. That would make it to where when it goes pop, pop, pop. Because it passes our house so many times a day, and it's always doing that. I think I'll name the car. All right, that goes there. I'm still amazed at that heart they put in there. That way when he drives by and he's popping away, it'll be like a friend's coming by. Personify the car. Okay. Did I do that right? That looks kind of weird, but I think that is correct. Zoom in here a little bit for you. This is the part that just kind of overhangs. Which doesn't feel like it should be stable. But it is. These pieces in as I find them. But I'm not seeing. Oh. Okay. It was hidden. I got nervous there for a second. When I did Bar-A-Dur, it was actually missing pieces. It seems like I'm never missing any pieces except on maybe a big set. And then I might miss some. And I meant to go back. I just grabbed a piece from my extras, my build room for Bar-A-Dur. I meant to go back and actually contact Lego and let them know that it was missing so they could send it to me. And you know, I didn't because I forgot. And now I don't have a clue what it is. I don't remember which piece it was missing because it's in there. I'm pretty sure I put it in there because I had it. Now we're going to need to put, it goes underneath here on both sides. Make it wider. And then that goes there. Same over here. Right piece going on. It used to be you would get these pieces right here in a set, or you'd get them in a bulk buy, and I'd never know what to do with them because it was like you use them for very little. You only use them for like, you know, ships or something. And now they're used everywhere for everything. So much you can do with them. All right, let's see. Let's put a 3 down. And then a corner piece. Okay. That was a lot of little pieces. This bag last time took quite a bit, but now I'm just cruising through it. How about you? Okay, it goes like that, and then, okay, I think that looks right. And we'll use the hinges again. It's trying to stick where it's not supposed to. And together. I almost thought for a second I did something wrong and that wasn't going to go together, but it did. Alright. So we've had to have a little market on the first side that we made. So I'm kind of curious as to what we're going to have on the second side. For the minifigs to interact with here. Okay. Interesting how they cover it all up, isn't it? These little holes. Okay, I'm probably going to put another little one of those corner pieces in there. Let's see, where do you go? I think you go there. Work on this side over here now. Slightly different than the other one. Or it kind of feels different. Not sure why. Okay, leave 2 studs down there. Done with that bag, and I believe it's on to bag 10. Yep. Oh boy. A lot of pieces in this bag. Alright, let's see. We can get them all in here. Looks like we're going to be doing some wall building. Okay. I go down here to this end. Going to be putting in some more connection points, it looks like here. That did not want to go in. My husband and I were peeking around last night at the books trying to figure out where this was going, and we found out that this outer section we're making is just that. It's just like an outer section that goes around, and we have yet to do the actual main structure that comes up. It's not necessarily coming off of this from what we can see. Okay, this is going to go here. And then tile goes there. I think. Nope. Oh boy. We gotta get that off somehow. It doesn't go down here into the tan. Don't cover that dark sand piece up. I put it down one too far. All right, now we're going to spin it down, they say, and start doing some wall building. I think I'm going to have to cave and do something I don't want to do. I think I'm going to have to build with the instructions on my tablet. My table is just not quite big enough, and even if it was, it's a little bit awkward to be dealing with this big of a book and the build. Oops, my pieces are rolling everywhere. And so I pulled it up on the tablet last night, and the good news is that it doesn't have the 3D interactive for this one, which my husband absolutely loves, and he was just like, oh man, he was all bummed out, and I'm like, no, that's better for me, because I don't do as well with that, like confuses my eyes or something. And it's just a lot smaller. Oh, there we go. Nope. No. Silly me. Forgot this one. Tile down in here. Not tile. Flat. There we go. And another one of those over here to match up. Oh, I was so confused there. I was like, I already built that part of the wall. Why are they telling me to rebuild it? They weren't. They were just telling us to put that little piece in right there. Okay. Which, I'm so old-fashioned. I just love the paper, but it might be less of a challenge and a fight to be dealing with it. So I think I'm gonna have to cave and do something new here. Which I almost did this morning because I was like, all right, it's time to catch up with the times, you know, but I thought, not yet. One more round of building, then I'll cave. Let's see. Did I get all the pieces in there? Yes, maybe so. For a second I thought I was building on the wrong side of it. Almost panicked. Oh, there you are. Now, don't forget that plate right there. To even it all up. Alright. Just going to push that to the side for a second. And let's see here. Nope. This one. Wow, that was the wrong piece. Now what are we building here? Okay, the longer side of this goes towards the inside from what I can tell. I think we have everything in there. Stack 3 of the dark gray cylinders up. And put a little green man in here. Wait. He sits on a platform. Sits on it like that. And then he gets put in there. All right. Isn't he cute? Pretty sure he's probably supposed to be something like epic, and cute is the wrong word, but... Okay, so then this goes on the left side. And then we will do it again. If we can find the pieces. For the right side. Huh. That's really cool, isn't it? Put this corner piece in. Getting some very decorative carving out of stone, I think. I love the way that they're doing this right here. Where'd you go? Here you are. Putting that corner piece in there. Look at the little arch it creates around him. Oh! That's awesome. Now where are you? I've totally... Here we go. Missing that piece. I could not find it. Alright. Alright, so we've got different levels here, but they're all going to go down and match up. Get everything lined up. Push down. And then this is going to go right in there. Wow. That was fancy. Okay, it says the spear is the weapon of choice for the Gondor soldier. But they also are fierce sword fighters. Yeah. Haven't we seen Boromir fight? Okay. Did that wrong. I'm just going to take it and reverse it. It wasn't going to work. These are too long. These swords are awesome. Alright, you might have to angle them a little bit so that they both fit in here. Or their handles are going to... Oops. Oh my. Yeah, okay, so they've angled just slightly. I do not know what this sword is doing. It's causing all kinds of problems. I want to make it perfect, and it's fighting me. Okay, like that. And then it goes in there. Now they're too low. They're hitting the ground. Bring them up a little bit. Okay, these swords are causing me all kinds of grief. Okay. I guess that's acceptable. A plant. Oh, wait, we gotta put a little fire in here so they can see what's happening. Okay. Fire goes in there, and then the plant. I love how they're putting little plants in. It just kind of brings it to life, doesn't it? And then the plant goes. My fingers won't work. Down in there. Oh, okay. Let's build some stairs. Oh. My pieces keep rolling under my book. I really need to stop doing that. This is interesting. Okay, that goes at an angle to each other. these center corners touch, or these edges touch. Like that. Okay, what are they doing here? Hold this carefully because it can shift real easy at the moment. But this might help right here. Let's see here. Where are you? This isn't really going to help it from shifting, so to keep everything straight, you'll want to make sure that you're... Oh, that goes there. I was confused. Push it right up against it. You want to make sure you're not tweaking it. And then one last one here, because I know what they're doing. The stairs are that way. And now, let's push it on here. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is so, so cool. Okay. Let's see, we need to put this on the bottom. And then this just overhangs, it looks like. Okay. Okay. They've turned it. So now we're working here, and they want us to stack 6 of these. 2, 3, 4, 6. Then that goes there. I think we have a lot left to do in this bag. Oh, guess what? What do you think, guys? Do you think we're going to do our little decorative pointy things? I see a lot of the pieces. Yep, 4 of them. Okay, let's see. These are going to go in every... Let's see. Put those with one stud gap in between. One more, here we go. Okay. And now, let's put together... I need a name for these. They're called something. I'm sure they have a name. Might need to look that up and find out. Two. And one more. And then we'll be able to put these on and it will look fabulous. Okay. Got that part. Thought it was kind of weird. There was an extra one there on the table. All right. Now, put those beauties on. All right. I need to investigate a little bit more and see how many of those are all over it, or is it just on this lower level? right, so this is going to go right there. Do another one. I'm actually very proud of myself for getting to bag 10. I'm not sure why. It just feels like an accomplishment, so it's exciting. This goes on the other dark gray piece down there. And then flip that around and it goes up top here. I have missed something. Okay, well, I have to go back a step. What did I do? I missed a whole row of white. Like, there's a lot of pieces here. Oh. Okay, give me a second. I gotta fix where I messed up. Put these on. And then this goes on. Wow. All right. It was an easy fix. We're not gonna let it freak us out. It's like there should not be that many white pieces going down. Put these little guys here. And then we can do this last step, which is this. Okay, so it's gonna go right in here. I'm gonna attach those two. Okay, now we can move to bag 11. I set my Kindle up. I'm gonna try it with the digital version of the instructions. I did say that the 3D wasn't supported on my device, so it's possible that it does have a 3D version for Minas Tirith. It's just, I got lucky and my device doesn't do it. Which is what I would probably prefer. It's smaller than the book. I guess because the screen is smaller than maybe the book was. So we'll see how that works. But I do have more room on my table. So that's good. Okay, let's see. Build another chink in the wall. These pieces look familiar, don't they? Okay, flip it over. Now, this is a fun piece to be putting in. I wonder what that's going to be used for. Yes, it's overhanging on the inside, I believe. We'll see how long I make it with the digital. Either I'm going to absolutely love it, or I'm going to go back to the book. Let's see, where are you, little angled piece? I've been sitting here forever looking for a piece that looks like this, but is only one wide, because I thought that's the piece I was looking for, and it's not here. And then I look at the instructions a little bit closer, and I'm looking for this piece. Now keep in mind that my daughter has a friend over from out of state, and my filming room is kind of right smack dab in the middle of the downstairs. I can't really close off the room, and so I don't usually film when, you know, people are around. And now I can't find another piece. Looking for a cheese slope? No, yes I am. Okay, no I'm not. Yes I am. Here it is. And so I'm getting up early and filming before the young people are awake. And so maybe I shouldn't be filming early in the morning. Oh my goodness. Is that? Well, how do you go in here? What did I do wrong? Oh, my cheese slope is facing the wrong way. Well, that's not going to fit. Too early. It won't go in there. Okay. Now it will. Oh, that's a cool one. So they're making the chinks different. That's the biggest one yet. That's really cool. Okay. Oh, that took a minute. Let's see. Put an arch up here. But I realize that we are only eight pegs away from finishing the first box inside the box. And that's exciting. Looking for another brick piece. Here we go. All right. It's also the hassle to turn this page, that's for sure. Okay, 6 cylinders. Let's stack those up. Put them in our little center thing, I'm sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a couple of these plates. And then it's going to go in here and attach to the wall. I'm excited to see what they build up in here. This side is a lot less elaborate than the other side. At least the market side. Okay, let's see here. Looks like it goes there, so there can still be a spot. Oh, there you are. Like there isn't another one of these colors, but there is. Let's see. Where do you go? Oh, okay. It goes up there. And then the little quarter slope in. This side gets this little guy too. I can hold another lantern. Oh, for a second there, I couldn't figure out where these plates went. They go in there. Okay. Make sure that these angles get put in correctly. And this corner piece. I love making this middle section. It's so much fun. All right, spin it around. So it looks like we'll be able to, once we get done with this first outer wall, we can kind of put it to the side because I think the intersection of the build is actually kind of stands on its own to start with. I think they might connect, but I'm not sure. I did what oh, that doesn't go there. I did what I never do, and I peeked ahead. I know. Curiosity got the better of me. Matt and I were here poring over the books. Okay. Put our cheese slopes on. Like so. Could not find that last one. Okay, yep. We'll get rid of a lot of pieces here. We're going to make 4 of our little decorative pieces. I've really got to come up with a name for them. Do this in some sort of order here. Maybe when we open up a bag and we see a bunch of these pieces, we should just like separate them out. Just get them out of the way because we know what they're going to be made for later. Oh, I was going to make another one, but we don't need one. Just 4 right now. I think it's a little bit easier if you start doing things this way where you're just like, I don't know, factory kind of processing them. That's what I envision it. A whole bunch of one step at a time. And then you go back and do the next part of it. It feels like it goes faster. It probably doesn't. I'm probably just... Actually, it might. Because you're focused on looking for just one piece. So your eyes are really just having to prioritize that. And maybe it's less looking around. Okay. Because that felt like it went together faster. But it probably didn't. But it was fun. Okay. What are we doing now? Nope, hold it this way. And put those on. Might be building up this other corner here. It goes there. Okay. That is interesting. I have a damaged piece. I don't know why it's hard to pick up on the camera. It's bent right here. It's been through a little bit of battle. I don't know if it's going to mess up. It looks like it's pushing down all the way. I rarely get a damaged piece. Oh, I'm like, what am I missing here? You have to put more of these in. And thankfully, the damage is facing out, so this piece is going in, but what I don't know, it's damaged down here too. It's really chinked. Yeah, that actually doesn't bother me if it works and fits in there. Because it, I don't know. Even damaged pieces have a story to tell. And give character to the build, and I definitely just don't get worked up about it, but alright, let's see here. Well, it doesn't tell me which. I think that it goes like this, but it's not actually really showing me which side goes up and which side goes down here. What is it on the other side? Alright, on the first side, it goes down. So we're going to do that. I'm going to assume it is the same. And hope that we're right. Okay. Goes in there. This goes over here. Oh, 3 more of those. Okay, shall we build them the same way where we do our little factory process? Yes. That way we'll be so fast. Or will think we're so fast. Although those pieces did not want to go in. And my fingers are not happy with me this morning. And last one, and then let's see, these are going to go around here. That. Oh, it's kind of angled funny. Okay. Flip it around, and I want us to put in a little flame. I did it again. You'd think I could look at the instructions correctly. The prong has to fit down here. Okay. And then put its feet on. That's right. I remember this. All right, I'm going to have to turn this around again. Fit that down in there like that. Wait, we're going to work a little magic again, aren't we? Yep. This part was so incredible. I really was amazed at it. Okay. How they joined that up. And then what they're able to do with it even after that, because the angle is just right. So impressed. And one little white plate there. Okay. Yeah, look at this. That right there just really blows my mind. That back in there. Huh. I like math. Geometry isn't my favorite. That's geometry. But it amazes me. I don't like having to do it. But I'm impressed by it. But we're doing a little water source here. Okay, tile on each end. Oops, I'm going to hide that seam. That's cool. Okay, where are you going? Oh, that's fun. I'm like, I'm not going to just leave it like that. Of course not. Okay. This goes to this. And then this one doesn't have any plates on it. Okay. That is so cool. And we're going to put that underneath with that little black prong looking thing. Maybe they pull it and water comes out? All right, let's make a plant. This plant looks similar to the plant we made on the other side. I was going to forget that one. I thought there needs to be another one, but I'm not seeing it, so I had to sit there and count them on the instructions. There we go. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of Neville's plant that he carries around in Harry Potter. All right. Bag 12. Okay, another soldier. Really, really, really love their outfits. They have two faces, a very stern one, and then I suppose that's less stern. I'm not sure. They both look stern. They mean business. Very much so. Okay, he's got his spear. Oh, his hand's turned the wrong way. There we go. And these shields are amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and put you up here. I'm gonna work around you a bit. Okay, this must be like the armory over here. Because we're building another thing that looks like it's holding maybe spears? There we go. I feel like though this early morning building, I'm not getting as many bags done as I would like to. I have to send them out, send them to the pool or something today. I did have my building room upstairs, and a bedroom, and I was able to go in and, you know, have quiet whenever I wanted to, and it was helpful because the car noise wasn't as bad, but hard with my medical condition going up and down the stairs constantly. So I moved it downstairs when our last daughter went off to college, so I had the house to myself. When they come back for break is when I really notice, oh, there's people around. So our downstairs is very open. Okay, the last sword gave me trouble. Here we go. That is so cool, isn't it? Oh my goodness. All right. Looks like there's some Liz in there. Nice. Okay. I have to be honest. The tablet is working. And I'm not hating it. Which is probably bad. Okay, they're saying, use this one, don't use that one. I think what they're talking about is the difference between the light and dark gray. And they want us to use dark here, is my guess. Because it's either that or one of the pieces has been shadowed out. But I think it means use the dark. That just came right off. Alright, I'm going to turn my flame around on this side so it matches the picture. I'm not sure it matters, but we'll do it right. Alright, it looks like we're stacking up 5 cylinders for each side. 3. If my fingers will work right. Teddy Joe is over there snoring so loud. I hope that you're not having to hear it. Okay. That dog is such a snorer. Okay, this is interesting. We're going to put a plate on one side, but not the other. And then it's going to go there. Oh. But interestingly enough, it feels like it's not even with that piece back there. We'll see what happens next. Okay, they're wanting us to put... It's like caving in, and I think it could be just because the wall itself doesn't have a huge amount supporting it. There we go. That straightened it up. There was a little bit of lean going on there. That seemed to pull it all together and snap it into place. Oh my goodness. Putting a lot on here. Let's see. Oh, are we building another one of the decorative turret looking things. That was descriptive. Piece didn't want to go down. Okay. Okay, let's put some fences up. Now, how are they doing that? This is different than the other side. Fun. It appears we're kind of overlapping them. I need one more. Where are you? Hiding. That guy needs to come in more. Okay. Oh, that's cool. This is a little different. This is exciting. Look at me, I get so excited when we get to do something new, and I get so bored when we have to do something we've been doing. I'm such a mess. One more piece here. Where are you? Here you are. Okay. Now, I like the way they're designing this. It looks really cool. Put these windows on. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is where we need the light ones. Where are you? And we need 4 of these. Because look what they're going to do. They're going to go in here. That is amazing. Wow. That is really cool. Go. And one more. If we can find the last piece we need here. There we go. Okay. Set that down for a second. So it looks like these are going on the top of this piece. Put that inside of there. A little bit confused here on what they're doing. I think that goes in the center. And then that goes on top of that. And then it goes... Oh my gosh, it's like a bell. So there's white studs here with holes in them. And they're going to go in these center rods that are inside the piece. Because these don't actually connect. It's like a bell in there. Wow. That is so cool. Okay, and then this is going to sit up on top like that. That's impressive. That was wonderful. That just made my whole day doing that. All right, we're going to need to make 2 of these. And we have done this before. Put this on that end. And then we'll repeat that. I feel like this bag has gone together really fast. The last one felt like it took a minute. Promised myself to take my time and just enjoy this and not try to hurry this through, but it's gonna make this video very long. Alright, I'm gonna actually turn this. Ah, my plant keeps falling off. Okay. It's a little bit easier to see what you're doing. If we have it this way. Alright. I think this goes in the center. Yes. We're going to put a whole bunch of gray flowers here. We've done this before too, haven't we? A few more. Had to give us a lot of flowers. All right. Put this on this end. Five of these go down. Oh, that's annoying. I got a little hair on there. Hazards of pets. And then this goes here. I got really focused there for a second. Wasn't even that hard of a thing, but it just needed a little focus to get those lined up correctly. Okay, it looks like 5 of them go on here. Okay, this piece. And then that 6th one goes right there, and then it goes on the bottom. This is the really cool part, yeah. It's interesting how they're using this flower as the connection point. Now, where are you going? I think it's going the second one up. But it actually is kind of hard to tell. That wouldn't be right at all. Oh, wow. I had that turned upside down. Flip it around and then it works. All right, now let's see if we can slide it in here and get it down into that little prong there. There we go, it's a little tight. Question is, did I get it in there? I did not get it in there. Ah, I had to push it more. I had it pushed out too far in the front. Now I have it in and you can barely see it. You have to kind of really peek in there to see if it's on your prong. Okay. Just a few more pieces left. And, oh my. We will be on to the next bag. Put that in there now. Oh, wait. They are putting this barrel or back there. I wonder why. Okay. Connect that there. I'm going to build us a lantern. I love this set so much. I really think they did an incredible job. Some fire to keep the lookout going. Those works. Why is it not going in? There we go. Okay, on to attaching it. Oh my goodness. I didn't think we were that ready. All these loose pieces. Okay. So it's the same thing. We've got the ball and joint here. Ball and socket joint. Line it up. And try to snap it in if it'll go. Come on. There we go. Went. You have to kind of jiggle it a little bit. Oh my goodness. It's so big. Look at that. I can't even get it on the camera. But this side is on and that side in. You see how we have these connection points and we've got some on the outside here too? Okay, I think that's where the next piece is going to somehow fit in. Okay, book 1 is all done. It was amazing. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to get started on the next part and book 2. Thank you for building with me, and I will see you again soon in the book 2 video.